You're standing in a used car lot. The price is right, the exterior looks clean, and the seller tells you the engine runs perfectly. But what if that engine is ticking like a time bomb, and nobody bothered to tell you? Hyundai has built some genuinely excellent engines over the years, but they've also produced a handful that have caused serious, expensive, and sometimes catastrophic problems for second and third owners. And here's the thing, by the time those problems show up, the original owner is long gone and you're the one holding the repair bill. Today we're going through the Hyundai engines you should absolutely never buy used. Not because Hyundai is a bad brand, they've made real strides, but because specific engines from specific eras carry enough baggage to make them a serious financial risk when purchased on the used market. Whether you're shopping for a Sonata, a Santa Fe, a Tucson, or a Genesis, you need to know this information before you sign anything. Stay with us all the way through because some of these surprises are not where you'd expect them. Engine 1. The 2.0-liter Theta II GDI, the ticking time bomb. If there is one engine that defines Hyundai's most painful chapter in reliability history, it is the 2.0-liter Theta II GDI. This engine appeared in models like the Sonata and the Tucson from roughly 2011 through 2019, and it carries a reputation that no amount of low mileage on the odometer can undo. The core problem with the Theta II GDI comes down to manufacturing contamination. During production, metal debris from the machining process was not always properly cleaned out of the engine block. That debris circulates through the oil system and begins slowly grinding away at the connecting rod bearings. The damage is gradual and silent, until it isn't. When the bearings finally go, the connecting rods can punch right through the engine block. This is not a small repair. This is an engine replacement. What makes this particularly dangerous in the used car market is that the engine can feel and sound perfectly fine during a test drive. The oil light may not have come on yet. The car may start and idle smoothly, but the internal damage is already happening. Hyundai and Kia both issued massive recalls and extended warranties covering some of these engines, but coverage depends heavily on the exact VIN, model year, and whether the previous owner followed through on the recall work. Many didn't. Many never knew. If you're looking at a used Sonata or Tucson from this era with the 2.0-liter engine, walk away unless you have documented proof that the recall was performed, the engine was inspected, and there is a solid service history showing regular oil changes. Even then, approach with extreme caution. Engine 2. The 2.4-liter Theta II GDI. Same problem, bigger package. Everything we just said about the 2.0-liter Theta II applies directly to the 2.4-liter version, and in some ways the larger displacement makes the stakes even higher. This engine was used in the Sonata, the Santa Fe Sport, and several other popular Hyundai models across the same general time period. The 2.4-liter Theta II shares the same manufacturing contamination issue, same metal debris, same bearing failure progression, same catastrophic end result. Hyundai's own service documentation and the resulting class action settlements confirm that this was a widespread systemic manufacturing defect, not just a handful of unlucky owners. What catches buyers off guard is the way the failure presents itself. Often the first sign is a knocking sound from the engine that appears during acceleration or at highway speeds. Some owners describe it as a subtle tick that gradually gets louder. Others report that the engine simply seized without warning. By the time you hear anything alarming, you are already looking at thousands of dollars in repairs, often more than the used car is worth. The 2.4-liter version of this engine is found in some genuinely appealing used vehicles at very attractive price points right now. That price is not a deal. It is a reflection of what the market has learned. If you see a Santa Fe Sport or a Sonata with this engine priced well below what similar vehicles cost, the seller either knows something or the engine already has problems developing beneath the surface. Engine 3. The 3.3-liter Lambda II GDI V6, the luxury trap. Now we move into territory that surprises a lot of people, because the Lambda II is found in some of Hyundai's more premium offerings, vehicles like the Genesis G80 and certain Azera and Santa Fe models. When you see a Genesis-badged vehicle at a used lot, you might assume that the higher original price point means higher quality components and fewer headaches. That assumption can be expensive. The 3.3-liter Lambda II GDI V6 has been associated with oil consumption issues and, in certain model years, with the same fundamental problem that plagued the Theta II engines: inadequate lubrication reaching critical engine components. The direct injection setup on this engine can lead to carbon buildup on the intake valves over time. which affects performance, fuel economy, and ultimately engine health. Carbon buildup is a known and expected characteristic of GDI engines, but the Lambda II in certain configurations is particularly susceptible to accelerated buildup when maintenance was not kept up religiously. The real danger in the used market is that a Genesis or a loaded Azera feels like a luxury bargain. The interior is beautiful, the features are impressive, and the price is a fraction of what the car cost new. But if the previous owner skipped oil changes, ran cheap oil, or ignored the first signs of trouble, the engine's condition may be far worse than the exterior suggests. Compression testing and a thorough inspection by a shop familiar with these engines is non-negotiable before purchase. Engine 4. The 1.6-liter Gamma Turbo GDI, small engine, big trouble. The 1.6-liter Gamma turbocharged GDI engine was Hyundai's answer to the demand for fuel-efficient, sporty small cars. It appeared in the Veloster Turbo, certain Elantra GT Sport trims, and in related Kia vehicles. On paper, it delivers a fun balance of power and efficiency. In practice, particularly in used examples, it has developed a troubling track record. The main issues with the 1.6-liter Gamma Turbo center on oil consumption and turbocharger reliability. Turbocharged engines are inherently more demanding than naturally aspirated ones. They run hotter, they require oil to flow to the turbo immediately at startup, and they punish owners who stretch their oil change intervals. Many of the problems seen with used Gamma Turbo engines trace directly back to maintenance neglect. But there's more to it than that. Hyundai acknowledged a specific issue with this engine involving premature engine failure in certain Veloster Turbo and Elantra GT models. The problem was related to connecting rod bearing failures, a theme you may be noticing across Hyundai's troubled engine lineup. The Gamma Turbo's smaller displacement makes these failures feel even more abrupt. Owners have described driving normally and then hearing a sudden, violent knock before the engine dies. In the used market, these engines often show up in sporty-looking cars targeted at younger buyers who may not know to ask the right questions. If you're looking at a used Veloster Turbo or a similar Gamma Turbo application, a pre-purchase inspection is not optional. It is the price of doing business. And even a clean inspection is not a guarantee given how quickly these engines can deteriorate once the internal wear has begun. Engine 5. The 2.0-liter Nu GDI, the overlooked problem. The Nu engine family doesn't get as much attention as the Theta II, and that relative obscurity is part of what makes it dangerous in the used market. The 2.0-liter Nu GDI was used in the Elantra and certain Hyundai i40 variants, and while it does not have quite the catastrophic sudden failure reputation of the Theta II, it carries its own set of serious concerns. The Nu GDI engine has been associated with excessive oil consumption in a way that goes beyond normal engine wear. Owners have reported needing to add a quart of oil between scheduled changes, sometimes more. When oil consumption goes unchecked, the engine runs lean on lubrication, and internal components begin wearing at an accelerated rate. In a used car, there's no way to know how diligently the previous owner monitored oil levels between changes. Many drivers only check the oil when the warning light comes on, and by then, the damage is already compounding. There are also carbon buildup concerns with the NU's direct injection setup, similar to what affects the Lambda II. Intake valve deposits reduce airflow and combustion efficiency over time, and addressing them properly requires either walnut blasting or chemical treatments that many owners skip entirely. The cumulative result of these neglected maintenance items is an engine that, by the time it reaches the used market at a tempting price, may already be well past the point where it can be trusted for the long term. Engine 6. The 2.0-liter Theta II MPI. Don't be fooled by the different label. Some buyers have done their research on the Theta II GDI and think they found a clever workaround by specifically seeking out the MPI variant, the multi-point injection version, instead of the direct injection model. The reasoning makes some sense on the surface. The MPI doesn't have the same carbon buildup concerns, but the core structural issue that plagued the Theta II line was not unique to the GDI version. The manufacturing contamination problem that caused bearing failures was a production line issue, not specifically a fuel delivery issue. Certain MPI versions of the Theta II engine came from the same facilities during the same problematic production period and have exhibited similar patterns of premature engine failure. The recall scope from Hyundai covered both variants in certain model years and VN ranges, which tells you everything you need to know about how broad the underlying problem was. The danger here is the buyer who has specifically researched the GDI version's problems, sees an MPI listing, and assumes they've done due diligence. The work isn't done yet. Any Theta II engine, GDI or MPI, from the problematic production years needs a full inspection, a recall verification, and a complete service history review before you hand over a single dollar. Engine 7, the 2.5-liter Smartstream G 2.5 TGDI, the new generation warning. Here's where things get genuinely uncomfortable, because this last engine is not a relic from Hyundai's troubled past. The 2.5-liter Smartstream turbocharged GDI is a modern engine found in vehicles like the Sonata N-Line, the Tucson N-Line, and the Genesis GV80. It represents Hyundai's current performance-oriented engineering, and it has already begun accumulating complaints that suggest its used market future may not be as clean as its showroom appeal implies. Reports of oil consumption, timing chain issues, and in some cases unexpected engine failures have begun appearing in owner forums and NHTSA complaint databases. These are still relatively early days for this engine's used market presence, but the pattern is familiar enough to warrant serious caution. When a modern turbocharged engine with direct injection starts showing these warning signs before it's even widely available as a used purchase, that is not a small flag. That is a very large one. The vehicles this engine powers are genuinely impressive from a performance standpoint. They are also aspirational purchases for buyers who want newer-feeling capability at a used car price point. That combination of appeal and early warning signs makes it one of the most important engines to watch and to thoroughly inspect as these vehicles age into the used market over the coming years. The bottom line. Here's the bottom line on all of this. Hyundai has been working hard to improve their reliability reputation, and their newer platforms and manufacturing standards have genuinely gotten better. But the used car market doesn't care about corporate improvement timelines. It cares about what's in the engine you're about to pay for. The Theta II engines, both the 2.0 and 2.4-liter versions, represent the most documented and serious risk in the used Hyundai market today. The Lambda II V6, the Gamma Turbo, the Nu GDI, and the Smartstream GDI round out a list of engines that require far more due diligence than a standard test drive and a visual inspection can provide. Every single one of them can look and sound fine right up until the moment they don't. Before you buy any used Hyundai with one of these engines, run the VIN through Hyundai's Recall Lookup tool and through the NHTSA database. Get a pre-purchase inspection from a mechanic who specifically knows these engines. Ask for documented oil change records, not just a claim that it was maintained, but actual receipts. And if the seller can't provide any of that, the price doesn't matter because no price is low enough to make an engine replacement a good deal. Smart used car shopping isn't about finding the cheapest price. It's about finding the best value. And value means knowing exactly what you're getting before the deal is done. If this video helped you see a risk you might have walked right into, do us a favor and share it with someone who's currently shopping for a used car. It could save them a lot of money and a lot of frustration. We'll see you in the next one.